Hello, and welcome back to the Exotical Sunshine. I hope you are doing well. I am doing great. I wanted to come to talk to you guys today because I've noticed a particular phenomenon that I want to discuss on this channel. And I'm curious to know if any other ladies have experienced this. I think when you are a dark-skinned melanated exotical with an unambiguous phenotype, or people are gonna be trying to humble you, right? We understand that, we know that. One thing that I've noticed specifically when I am interacting with fathers and sons that are black men and racially unambiguous, if I interact with a father and son dynamic and the son is like gawking at me, like jaw on the floor, like even though he's supposed to be working, he can't take his eyes off of me. If that is the dynamic, I've noticed that the father, now it literally does not matter how old the father and son are, but the father, every single time I've noticed this, the father will go out of his way to quote unquote humble me. I have had old neighbors that do this. I've interacted with a maintenance man that has done this. And just, it's really interesting because, for instance, at an old place I used to live, I think like the water wasn't working. I don't know. It was such a long time ago. Anyways, I had maintenance come into my unit to fix whatever was going on. And at the time I was sewing, I believe. Like it was whatever they had to do was going to take like hours. So they were going to be like in and out of my unit for like half a day type shit. And I remember just sewing that day. And I'm literally at my desk sewing while they like work or whatever. Every time I look up, the son, who's like 45 years old, is like staring into my fucking cranium like he's trying to penetrate me, literally. And like I can't speak for everybody, but it's like one thing to have those exchanges like out in public and then come home and feel safe and all that old shit. But like you're in my home and you literally can't take your eyes off of me and you're not my man. Like, Sir, please go ahead and finish up. Now, if I notice this, his father also noticed this. When I tell you this old ass man, he tried to not fix, when he realized what was going on, he tried to humble me by not making all types of excuses of why he couldn't fix what he came to fix. Then all of a sudden, he's telling the owners of the building that there are things in my unit that are against code. It literally became like such a thing that like we literally had to examine the lease, because where am I in violation as a tenant? I've even had, girl, look, heads on a swivel. It's just been so interesting. And I want to know, have you guys experienced this with unambiguous black men? And this is going to lead me to my next conversation. of going where you're treated best. You know, I've heard the nickname Blackistan, and now I understand what y'all are talking about. I see what y'all are talking about. Oh, long story short, all black spaces are gonna be dangerous for you, my pretty little lady. I'm so sorry to tell you. Outside of like, if you having like a solid family structure where your mom is also a bad bitch and she knows she's a bad bitch, she maintains her bad bitchism, and she also passes down the knowledge of her lineage. Unless you come from one of those families, God bless everybody. God bless us all up in this motherfucker, honestly. Because what I've noticed is in all black spaces, the hostility is at an all-time high. Even if there are non-black people working in the space, all the hostility is directed to the other black people that the other black people are intimidated by, whilst the black people that are being hostile have the utmost respect for the non-black people in those spaces. Has that been something that you guys also have recognized? What are your thoughts? What have been y'all's experiences? Because when I be looking to my left and to my right, bitch, I be like, what the fuck? I no longer do all black anything, okay? Bitch, I literally don't even wear all black. You literally can't even get my ass to wear all black without a pop of color. I ain't gonna hold you. But it's just really, really interesting. I recently heard a creator say that, you know, you're going to be pedestalized amongst black people. And I thought that was a little irresponsible of her, because I guess you can feel that way if you're like really grounded in your ego. But that can actually be very dangerous for a lot of us. And it often is, which is why we learn to get the fuck on. On top of that, you should always be going where you're treated best. I know a lot of us thought we had to tolerate, be around, endure. Save that strong black woman for another bitch. Save that strong black I don't need nobody for another bitch. Let somebody else do it, bitch. Bitch. Anyways, I feel like I'm rambling now. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I would really like to. I'm just curious. Because I know my experience. To the point that I'm literally, my understanding, my level of, I never really had smoke for people that went outside their race anyways. But now I definitely don't have smoke. I feel like black women that date outside their race, they're just very different breeds than, like, dare I say, than black men that date outside their race. I don't know. I guess there could be immaturity on either side. But like, I don't want my nigga to look at me and immediately want to humble me. If your masculine instincts don't come out for me, baby, I'm not your gal. If you immediately want to humble me when you see me, all this beauty standing in front of you that you've probably never even witnessed with your own two eyes, I I've literally had people tell me to take my makeup off. Not a fucking foundation inside. And it's like, you know what you're looking at and still don't know what to do with it. Baby, if your masculine instincts don't come out for me, baby, go ahead and keep it. There are just certain minority groups that I'm just realizing I actually don't want to be around none of you motherfuckers. Oh, sigh. But I don't give a fuck. I'm at the point now where I going where I'm treated best. That's all. That's it. And if I have to deal with disrespect, baby, it's gonna cost everybody in this bitch. You already weren't gonna forget me before. But oh now, you met your motherfucking ass. You're gonna be dreaming about me, bitch. And that's just what I've decided. Because there is a tax to pay when you run a red light, when you are parked illegally, there are just consequences to pay for everything, bitch. You use a dish, the consequence of that is, well, bitch, you're full. But you will at least, at minimum, have to rinse that motherfucker off and put it in the dishwasher. If not, wash it by hand. There is a cause and effect for everything. If you are having peculiar exchanges, go ahead and repivot, reposture yourself so that you could be growing in the correct gardens. And obviously, it's not everyone. But again, you need to be in the right garden so that when a motherfucker do come along, I'm not one of those people that think, like, people be like, the job market is so hard and yada yada. Baby, if I'm in the market for getting a job, I ain't gonna hold you. I will keep myself abreast of, like, my industry's pivots or whatever. But baby, I don't know if it's faith. I don't know if it's just my era of just not giving a fuck. But I don't give a fuck what not a motherfucker gotta say. I'm gonna get me a new job, bitch. If that's where I am, baby, I don't give a fuck if they're only hiring one person, bitch. Why not, bitch? Why not me, bitch? So I think, so the same thing applies when I'm thinking in romantic and platonic relationships. Bitch, if it's only such and such percent, yeah, I'll fall into that category. I treat myself well. Therefore, the environment does too, bitch. Ooh, I'm just talking at this point. Ladies, I hope you enjoy your beautiful Saturday. I hope the sun is shining where you are and you at least get to relish in it just a little bit. Even if it is just that. And I will see you guys on the next one.